Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode 10 of season 6 here in the Career Mode RTG. We'll take one penultimate step closer to the end of the season today with 4 games in the Premier League, with 3 ahead of us in tomorrow's episode, tomorrow's season finale. We're currently 10th. But we're only 3 points away from the Europa League spots and Leicester City. And we have probably an easier run-in than the majority of the teams around us. We've been playing a lot of the teams around us already. Everton, Chelsea, Manchester City, Liverpool, Arsenal, Brighton and Leicester in the last episode are there and thereabouts with us. We have Manchester United at home today and then Tottenham on the final day away from home. Other than that, the rest are all winnable games. So hopefully we can get at least 5 more victories between now and the end of the season. Going to play Fulham away, going to sim Blackburn at home, then play West Ham away and play Man United at home today. And then we've only 3 games left for tomorrow's episode, so we shall play all of those. How the season pans out, we should just have to wait and see. I have no idea. We could finish in a Champions League spot. We could finish lower than we did last season, which was 8th. Who knows? The side has had improvements as the ratings have updated as we've gone from March to April. Gerzic is now 81, Morelos is 82, Ziegler is also 82, as is Perella now up to 82, Bogle to 80 as well. Finally a little bit of growth from him too. I think you're pretty sure he was 79 last month. Lee is now 81, Uno I think was already 81, Getrauda's up to 75, Watmore's up to 77, which is good to see. Monier's going to have to come in for Sabi in the first game on the bench because Sabi's out injured thanks to a training injury, but it's only for a couple of weeks, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. So we shall go and play Fulham away to start things off, and then hopefully build from there. So I'm quite intrigued to see what their starting lineup looks like, Fulham. I just want to check as well that it's added Monnier to the bench and not the goalkeeper, and it's added the goalkeeper, so I would very much like to have a striker on the bench, please, if you don't mind, but I'm quite happy with that starting 11. Well, we're going to take him out for Brahim. Other than that, that looks like a pretty solid starting look. Wow, Otamendi, 36-year-old Nicholas Otamendi at centre-back, 74 rated. I'm quite happy to leave the rest as is, I think. Galeno here on the left-hand side of their attack. Pacey, agile, good on the ball as well. He's the 2nd top goal scorer in the league, so we are going to have to keep a keen eye on him throughout the game. We don't have any standout players really on the in the reserves. Marchand now 67 at 34 years of age. Jeeves, he's dropped massively. Tom Kearney 76 at 33 years of age. There's loads of regens in every squad now, to be completely honest. So we'll wait and see how this game goes then against Fulham, but it most certainly is a game we should be winning. So, well, I'm basically going to try and win every game that isn't Man United and Spurs, and then take what I can against Man United and Spurs. So the target between now and the end of the season is at least 15 points. We'll see if we can get them. Ziegler with the throw. Back across there to Davies. That's a nice ball looking for Ademola Lookman, but unfortunately didn't quite have the weight of pass it needed. Conte's done well to win that, and Hill will look forward there to Gerzic, and I'll play that in front of Javier Morelos. Just while the defenders are backing off, I thought I'd try something, but unfortunately well wide of the target. All over the top. Well won by Brahim, actually, and Seri's nodded that down to Abel Ruiz. Gunn makes the save at the near post. Thank you very much. Andreas Pereira to take the corner for Fulham. And it's not the worst in the world, but Davies heads away only as far as Jean-Michel Seri. I probably would have shot there personally. Lovely tackle by Tom Davies. And Firpo will bring us forward. Morelos will poke that in front of Ademola Lookman, and it's time to sprint at their defence. Play that over, looking for Ziegler. It's a great ball. It's a great run. I'm going to need to turn inside. That's a good turn. Pull it back. Ah, not to Oscar Hill, though. Morelos. Oh, deflected. Oh, it might drop for Lookman. Oh, it did, but he was offside. Not going according to plan so far, is it, really? Ademola Lookman. Morelos again. Ball just keeps coming back at this Fulham back line. They can't seem to get rid of it. Oh, he went for Lookman's feet there. I wouldn't let me change player. It wouldn't. I tried to change to Morelos, and it would not let me change player. The ball was right there to be shot, and it wouldn't let me... Player switching so broken on this game. Corner from Adamola Lookman, whipped in and well, but Mvogo gets to it. Morelos will just try and nod this down. Unfortunately, it's Perella it's fallen to. Here's Ziegler, though. He's got decent finishing, but the deflection took it straight to the goalkeeper. Gerzic on the floor holding his face because he ran into the back of a defender. Can we win that header? No. Oh, that was poor. Given away. Morelos cuts back. Bit of space on the left foot. Did that take a deflection? It didn't. I can't score so far today, and I do need goals. Good header by Hill. Goes it's quickly down to Morelos, who I think I'm going to have to stop shooting with for the time being because he's missed a number of good opportunities so far in this game. Although, that said, I am now in the box with him again, and the defender makes the block. Yeah, for the time being, I'm going to stop shooting with Morelos because that's probably at least the 4th chance he's had in this first half. Fulham have had 35% possession. Had so much of the ball. I've had plenty of efforts. Just can't score a bloody goal. Ziegler into Tom Davies. Into Oscar Hill. He's making a good run there, Lookman. And I go back to Hill, trying to drag their defence left, right and centre because, well, there just isn't a way through at the minute. Davies back to Hill. In there to Morelos. To Gerzic. Please this time. Just something that took a deflection, and it wasn't just genuinely that bad. He sliced that horribly with his left foot. He's in great space, and ooh, that wasn't very good at all. Right, well, they've had one shot. How many have I had so far in this game? 6, 7, 7. Well, maybe it's going to be lucky number 8. Who knows? It's a great ball through, looking for the runner, Brahim. Perella's trying his best to get there. Nice block by Brahim. He's done brilliantly there. Firpo trying and succeeding in holding off the defender. Tom Davies gets that under control well. Get it to Morelos. Make me a run, please, Gerzic. He won't. Well, he has now. We'll look for him through that gap and accelerate away. No, run straight into the defender. Is that a corner or a throw? It's a corner. All right, I'm going to take Lookman off corners. And I'm going to give them to Tom Davies because hopefully he'll have a better delivery. I'll try and remember to do that from the settings as well. Oh, almost immediately finding a teammate with his first attempt at whipping a set piece in. Lookman found with the ball there. Morelos is here with me. Gerzic is through that gap and I think he was onside. The ball's in the back of the net. Will it count? Yes, it will. Finally! Was that in fact shot number 8? I said lucky number 8 earlier on. It was! Lucky number 8 does it, boys. Cambridge 1. Fulham 0. Morelos is going to come off and I'm going to bring on Suarez Garcia. And eventually, Gerzic gets a goal. Half an hour to go. 1-0 at last.
Just be the turning
Hill.
point in this match.
Lookman. Cross there to Davies. Forward looking for Gerzic. Backs in well. Out wide really nicely to Ziegler. And I'll try and pull that back. Actually looking for the Swede again. Good save by Mvogo. I'll stand that up into the middle and hope that we can get to the header, which we can't. I was never going to score. Such an acute angle with Suarez Garcia. Abel Ruiz. Cisse out to Galeno. Quiet game from him. For someone that scored 15 league goals this season, he's been particularly silent on the left-hand side of their midfield. Fulham, I think, underperforming here, it has to be said, with only the 1 or 2 shots so far in the game. A side that were challenging for a European spot until only recently. Jean-Michel Seri played in behind and a good ball in, and Abel Ruiz with the acrobatics. Conti on his arse. Gunn with the save. Corner for Galeno to take. Eventually, there's the whip. It's a good one too, and Abel Ruiz heads that one on off target this time. Still 1-0 up. 10 minutes to go. Doesn't matter at this stage for me what the scorelines are or the margin of victory, so long as we get the win. The points are more important at this particular moment in time. Tomorrow will be the episode where we start worrying about goal difference, but for now, just want to get the wins on the board. I don't care if we get 5 1-0 wins from those games that we've highlighted as must-wins. We might get a 2. Wasn't far away, but for now, still just the 1. Here's Fabian Delph. Trying to just out-muscle him there, and it's worked brilliantly. Davis cross to Hill. Counter-attack is on, although I'm quite happy just to waste time for the time being. Suarez Garcia get that there nicely to Gerzic. Suarez Garcia's gone again. It's a beautiful ball through to him from the Swede, and he'll finish this off. No, he won't. Beautiful save from Mvogo. Lookman will look towards the near post. It's a good ball in. Conti could have been there with a header, but out-muscled, and that should be game over. Thank you, referee. Thank you, referee. Cambridge 1, Fulham 0. We've gotten one victory from one game. Started on the right foot. Can we continue on the right foot? Up next to Blackburn, we've moved from 10th to 9th, so we're getting there. We're still 3 points behind Leicester in 5th, and to be fair, only 4 points behind Chelsea now in 4th. So I think City are out of reach, 7 points away from us with 6 games to go. But Spurs or Chelsea could be caught. If we move up a single place per game we play between now and the end of the season, similarly to how we've moved up a place after the Fulham game from 10th to 9th, then with another 6 games, we could end up in 3rd place. It's obviously positive thinking, but perhaps slightly unrealistic thinking, but we shall wait and see what happens. They just got battered by Man United, Blackburn, and lost to Newcastle by 2-1. I've had to put money on the bench still as Sabi is still injured for the time being, but he should be back and available for selection for the next game. It's West Ham, I think it was, wasn't it? It's the 3rd game of the episode. And I've had an interesting transfer offer as well that I'll show you in a moment. Fortunately, Gomez equalises for Blackburn there, and we could really do with the victory here. Davenport gets sent off. Do me a favour. It's a point against Blackburn. That's annoying. I really thought that was one that we could win. And we have got up a place, but other teams do have a game in hand. Now, the transfer offer in question is for Gerzic, and it's for 31.8 million. Now, I did mention in the last episode that I was contemplating selling either Gerzic or Sabi on. This would be very straightforward. I'm going to reject for now because I don't think Corona will be able to afford the sort of fee that I would like for Gerzic. But if we were to, I'm going to record until the end of the season ahead of time because I'm away for a couple of days going to see Post Malone in concert, so I need to record ahead, so I can't wait for your feedback to whether accept or reject that specific offer. But I will be able to read your feedback before we start making actions in the new transfer window. So I shall take on board your feedback from whether I should sell Sabi or Gerzic, and depending on that, now we know that we can get bids, sizable bids, for the Swede. So we'll wait and see in that regard, and I'm not sure yet which way things are going to go for us with regards to striker role. Sabi's been incredible for us, obviously, but he's starting to lose his effectiveness. Gerzic isn't an electric or a massive goal scorer for us. He's got, 4 Premier League goals in 16 Premier League games. Sabi has 7 in 28. So neither of them really are banging the goals in this year. Morelos is doing more than anyone else, and Ademola Lookman is certainly playing well too. But if we're going to challenge on the European front, we're almost certainly going to need a new striker. It would pain me to have to sell Sabi because he's been so good for us. He's one of the major reasons why we're in the Premier League. But sometimes things just come to an end and you just have to accept it. We'll wait and see. We have actually moved up another place with that game against Blackburn. Even though it was a point, we have gone up, although we are now 5 points behind Leicester in 5th. So victory against West Ham here is crucial. Can we go and do it? West Ham have a decent team here, although I'm going to take Fernandes out for Almiron, because that's, right, Fernandes is a cam, Almiron's a cam. Why would you not start your 85 rated? And then they've got a 68 rated player at left back because DeAndre Edlin is down as a right back. Can he actually play left back? No. Can Bustos? Bustos can play right back or left back. So why they've got a 68 rated player in the starting lineup, I'm not entirely too sure. But this is going to be their starting lineup. Hello? Is that the Edwards that we had? I can't remember. I think it might be. It might not, but I think it might be. But the rest of their side is average at best. So this is certainly their strongest 11. We shall see how they get on. Hopefully not very well. Here's Almiron. Electric pace. Tackled, though, by Firpo. Conti across there to Bogle. Davies trying his hardest. Ziegler does well. And will find Morelos, although that was a heavy touch. He might still drop free for him, although Bustos is rather fast. Lacazette. Across to Milivojevic. Almiron. It's good football from West Ham here at the Olympic Stadium until they gave possession away. Can we catch them on the counter? I'd like to think at home they might be slightly adventurous, West Ham. We might be able to catch them on the counter, which has been the way that we've scored the majority of our goals throughout this save. That's a lovely ball through. And he's onside here, Gerzic. How has he not scored? Oh my God. Mate, you will not get an easier one-on-one for the remainder of the season. How have you not put that away? We should be 1-0 up here. Sabi would have put that away. I don't care if he's lower rated. Sabi's 77, Gerzic is 81, but Sabi would have buried that. Ward-Prowse won't keep that in. We should be 1-0 up early on, and we're not. That better not cost us. Davies. Oh, I tried to get that over quickly to Ademola Lookman and wasn't able to, and now been caught in possession for a second time. Nice little dummy there by Alexandre Lacazette. Out wide to Felipe Anderson, a lovely little 1-2, looking for Martinez. Felipe Anderson, again, good football by West Ham. Forcing them backwards though. Good defensive work from us. Really good defensive work from us. James Ward-Prowse. Cross here to DeAndre Yedlin. Ward-Prowse again. Yedlin again. Down the line. Martinez. Almiron. Ward-Prowse. Yedlin. Oh, jeez, I'm running now. Ability to say names without breathing. Almiron. Milivojevic. Double step over. Shoots. Saved by Gunn. 95% passing accuracy for West Ham so far. You can see why. Ball whipped in and headed away, thankfully, by Ziegler. Maybe we'll get a moment of slight relief defensively. Yedlin in there to Martinez. Back to DeAndre Yedlin. Doesn't look like that moment of slight relief is coming anytime soon. Ward-Prowse deflected to Almiron. In there to Martinez, and Conte's in the way. Corner for West Ham. Ward-Prowse again scored a couple of banging free kicks in the Premier League in real life recently, James Ward-Prowse. We know he's very good from set pieces. That's going to drop to Almiron, and that would have been a stunning goal if it had gone in. Thankfully, Angus Gunn right behind it. Again, Ward-Prowse to deliver. West Ham really trying to turn the screw. Thankfully, Martinez went to turn the screw and missed it with his screwdriver. Milivojevic out to Felipe Anderson. Milivojevic given away to Jaden Bogle. That's deflected around, and we'll try and keep it in. Can't. Corner again to West Ham United. Ward-Prowse for the umpteenth time to deliver it, and again it's a good ball in, but Ademola Lookman does well to win that. Ziegler will chase after it. Milivojevic will turn. Don't want him. Let him shoot. Martinez forced the wrong way. Oh, that's really nice. And well worked into Felipe Anderson too. Milivojevic kicks against Perella, but it makes him stumble. We will not clear properly, but thankfully we'll keep possession. Still 0-0 as we approach half-time. They just mentioned in commentary that the last time we played West Ham it ended 0-0 as well. I would very much so like a goal in today's game. Although if it's a case of there's only one goal and West Ham are going to score it, then I don't mind. Because it's not going to happen like that anymore, because we've scored the one goal. Gerzic does bury it this time. That was a much harder situation than the one he missed early on. I must have just put too much power on the chance, the one-on-one early doors. Ademola Lookman steals it away from the defender, and then Gerzic, first time, just powers it into the roof of the net. We'll take a 1-0 lead just before half-time. He's just had a big offer for him, and proving why they were so interested in him. Lacazette. Looking for the ball through to Felipe Anderson, who is slightly fast. Not sure if he's as fast as he used to be by this point in the save. 6 seasons in, I'm pretty sure he'll be over 30. I might be mistaken, but I think that's the case. Davies, time this right, and Ziegler could be in. He is, but Bustos is bloody quick. 99 finishing for Ziegler now, but we'll try and use Gerzic's 70. Unfortunately, it won't work for us. I thought with the extra space he had, he would have stood a better chance of scoring. Decent delivery from Tom Davies. And Nana comes to punch. We'll get that down quickly to Ziegler. And then inside nicely to Gerzic again. Is that a foul? How is that not a foul? He's just flattened my striker on the edge of the box. And now West Ham are coming away on the counter. They better not score. Thank you. Oh, no, it's all right. They're not going to score. We'll get rid of that. Still just the 1-0. Morales steals it away from the defender. I'll drill it out looking for Ziegler. It's a poor pass, though. He pulled it slightly. Oh, Tom Davies has done brilliantly. Gerzic around the corner. Javier Morales get to that first, please. He has done, but this shot was comfortable for Onana. Right into his hands. Didn't have to move much for that or sort his feet out too much at all. We shall try and create something else again, though. Ademola Lookman played in out wide. Will keep it in. Will cut back onto that right foot. Whip a dangerous ball in. Morales will flick that on. Ziegler will knock it down, and Gerzic won't get to it. Junior will get to that first, though. And here's Tom Davies again. There's Ziegler. I see Morales. Hit it early. Oh, it's cannoned off Gerzic via a defender, Oscar Hill. He probably won't, but has scored a stunning second goal off the post. Oscar Hill back in the starting lineup, thanks to your request for his defensive abilities. And he's gone and scored us a goal to give us a 2-0 lead at West Ham with 10 minutes to go. Really lucky that fell kindly to Gerzic. Touched by Hill is good, but the shot arrowed into that top corner as if he were Frank Lampard or something. That is a hell of a hit from Oscar Hill. What a finish. 2-0 Cambridge. Prowls down the line to Yedlin. Oh, it's a great cross, but Bogle is in the way, thankfully. Picked up by Fernandes. Trying to hold him off, but I can't. Here's Lacazette. Back to Fernandes. Felipe Anderson with a great turn. Lacazette's in. What a save by Angus Gunn. And then they've hit the bar again. And the referee is giving me a free kick. Whoo! Talk about giving a man a heart attack. Bloody hell. Bustos back inside there to Fernandes. It's nicely forward to Lacazette. Felipe Anderson played in. Bustos again on the overlap. Oh, I was waiting for the cut onto the right foot. He's crossed with his left instead. Keeper's come to punch and he'll get to it, and that should be game. Thank you, referee. Thank you, referee. 2-0 win away from home against West Ham United. Now, it's what we think will be the toughest test of the episode. Manchester City drop points. Brighton win, annoyingly. Spurs have dropped points against Blackburn. Blackburn are doing all of the danger work or dirty work at the top of the table, changing the way that the table looks. We're still in 8th. Frustratingly, we're 2 points behind Leicester now, but they do have that game in hand. We beat Manchester United, though. We will go above them. So there's still hope. There's still plenty of hope for this season. We shall give Green a train. Also, continuing to train Oscar Hill in a couple of spare slots in other training regimes as well. We're not on track, apparently. Sign a crucial player in a forward position. No, maybe almost certainly next season with the plans for striker. But Manchester United up next for us. What's the league table going to look like? Please tell me Leicester didn't win. Leicester didn't win. But, Leicester haven't played. That's why Leicester have dropped down the table. Bollocks. And if we beat Manchester United now, we won't go above them. I didn't realise that they were on 33 games played. Still, though, 4 points actually off second now, although Liverpool, too, have a game in hand. This league title, all of the European spots, are going to go all the way down to the final day, aren't they? Take Monnier off the bench now and throw Sabi back on there because he's back from injury. Right, Manchester United at home. We've beaten them before. I really want to do it again. Right, I didn't need to change Man United's side at all, so I thought I'd show you these graphics as we haven't used this one for a while. De Gea in goal, Dodo, Bailly, Romagnoli and Hernandez at the back. Pogba, Anton and Aouar in the midfield. Anton's actually a centre-back that can play at CDM. And Hazard, Lukaku and Martial as their front three. Head coach Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, it says there. Didn't realise they'd updated that. That's quite cool, actually, that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is the head coach. Is he on the sideline? That'd be something I'd be intrigued to see. Is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer on the sideline? It doesn't look like it, does it? That looks like a generated manager. Well, regardless, if Ollie gets the job in the summer in real life, presumably he'll be in FIFA 20. That'd be quite cool. See Ole Gunnar Solskjaer on the touchline. It's Tom Davies, though. I'd rather see my own human manager on the touchline with my face on him rather than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, though, to be completely honest. You used to be able to scan in a photo for Game Face with regards to your My Player Pro or your Pro Clubs Pro. But you lost that functionality when we switched to the Frostbite engine back in FIFA 15, was it? When we stopped using the Ignite engine. So unfortunately we haven't had that functionality for a few seasons, but I'd love to see that back as an option for FIFA 20. We'll wait and see. For now though, we shall continue on in the opening few moments here. We haven't really been threatened too much, and to be fair, if I could find someone in space, which I can't do, then we could have gone 1-0 up. Pogba out wide to Torgan Hazard, back to Pogba again. Great ball looking for Anthony Martial. My defence is really stretched and he'll find Aouar who tucks it home. Dream start to the game for Manchester United as they chase the Premier League title. Just didn't track the run from Aouar there, Perella. Probably didn't know he was behind him. To be fair, needed a shout from a teammate. And unfortunately didn't get it, reacted too late. And their 90 rated French central midfielder gives them a 1-0 lead. Here's Martial, played down the left-hand side again. Conti with him this time. Looking to play the ball through again for a man running from deep, but won't find him on this occasion. We've played the ball about really well there, and hopefully we can profit from it. Ogle inside there to Javier Morales. Heavy touch, but Ziegler hopefully will make that run along the inside. I mean, he has done well. We'll look for Gerz. It's just a great ball through. The touch is good. The effort was decent. The save was even better. And unfortunately, Ademola Lookman can't turn home the ball at the back post. Otherwise, that would have been a simple tap-in for 1-1. We'll get that out wide here to Ziegler. Quickly to Gerzic. Look for Ziegler again. Drive around the outside. Blocked and blocked again. Gerzic gets to that first. Back there to Morales. There's Oscar Hill. Twist one way, then the other. Morales, Davis will keep that going around the outside. Look for Gerzic. Oh, Aouar, what an interception. Unbelievable from the midfielder.
Knocked the ball about well.
Nice out.
Enough chances, just need to
there.
keep it going.
Probing away.
Here's Aouar to Martial, given away to Tom Davies. Chance for a counter. Morales out to Ziegler. Gerzic is making moves. Try and find the Swede here, which we do well. Good touch and turn. And out wide again there is Morales on his left foot. We'll cut back in on that left foot, and they look to bend the shot, but it's blocked at source by Aouar, who's having a tremendous game.
So it is.
Tom Davies played in. Oscar Hill is across here. Gerzic is making the run. We've played him in the channel. Just need to get the turn inside the box, and then the finish maybe. Yes! Oscar Hill, the man of the moment again. That is slightly fortunate, isn't it? Really? I'm not entirely too sure how that's come about, to be fair. Nice turn by the Swede, by Gerzic. Oh, it hits by, cannons off. Is it Aouar, of all people, who's had an amazing game so far? I think it might be, and Oscar Hill just stretches to poke it home, as I wasn't sure it was going to cross the line of its own accord. Oscar Hill scores his second in 2 games, and it's Cambridge 1, Manchester United 1. Intercepted by Junior. Pogba giving the ball away. Morales, one way than the other. Tom Davies. Squeeze that. Oh, he just wouldn't kick it. Happy to just stand there and jump next to the ball. Nicely into Javier Morales. Oh, keep it down. Keep it. Oh, he saved it, did he? Did De Gea save that? I didn't see a save. I thought he just spooned it well over the top of the bar. We'll slow it down. And oh, what a stop from David De Gea. That was very much on its way in, past the leg of Eric Bailly, and heading definitely on target, as you can see there. That's a great save by David De Gea. Fair play to him. That was incredible. Lookman, oh, I've passed that. I didn't really intend to do that there. Perella into Conti, around the corner. Tom Davies blocked. We'll have another corner. I thought I changed to put Tom Davies in corners. Evidently, I did it in-game and not in the menus previously. Nice header by Ziegler. Oh, but painfully wide for 1-1 at the break. Lukaku out wide there to Anthony Martial. Driving down the line. And crosses well. Conti's underneath this and wins that well, and I needed him to. Lookman will pick the ball up. If we can win this game, then we're still on course for our own expectations of our performance in the final 7 games of the season. I think Morales was just offside there, but the ball didn't find him anyway. So if we can win this game, then the win here would replace the previously expected win against Blackburn, and then we'd have gotten a point in the extra game in today's episode. It's just that the results would have gone the other way around, with a draw against Blackburn and a win against United, rather than a win against Blackburn and a draw against United. But I am going to need to win this game to ensure that I keep up with my own expectations of how we should be finishing the season, and to hopefully keep up with the expectations of finishing in a European spot come the end of the season. Dodo's going to keep up with me here, so we'll play that in there to Ademola Lookman. Drop the shoulder and lay that to Tom Davies first, who actually has a bit of space here, but draws a good save out of David De Gea, and no second goal for us. Martial's going off, and they're bringing on a replacement. Good header by Perella. Oh, I thought if only that had taken a deflection. It's Alan San-Maximin that's come on for Manchester United now. Again, I'm going to take Morales on for Suarez Garcia. I'm going to put Sabi on for Ziegler and move Gerzic out wide. He's got more pace and his crossing is okay, Gerzic. And hopefully Sabi can, even though he's not scored many this season, bag us a very important second at home against Manchester United. Oh, I'm really nervous now that we might actually be going 2-1 down rather than 2-1 up. Torgan Hazard back to Saint-Maximin. We've slowed them up at least. And Junior, wow, where's that going? Bloody hell. Lukaku keeps it in, cross into the middle. Hill heads away. Anton down to Theo Hernandez. Looking to go around the outside perhaps, and does so. Good agility to skip past the challenge. Perella heads away, but not very far. Pogba down to Anton. Back there to Lukaku. Pogba hits Conti. He knew nothing about that. Pogba flicks it back well. And, oh no. I just knew. As soon as the defender switched off and he was in behind there, I was already resigned to the fact that Torgan Hazard was going to bury that. It's a great volley, but the defender, nowhere near him, didn't track the run, and I'm 2-1 down rather than 2-1 up. That's a big blow to our European hopes. Gone with a big ball forward. Sabi could be underneath this and wins it very well. Suarez Garcia will look out wide here to Ademola Lookman. I need Sabi to be in the box, and he is, and he's very good in the air, but that's going to be... Oh, Gerzic with the header, and he won it well, but David De Gea was right behind it. If that had gone in, we would still have had enough time to maybe get another. But as it stands, we've only really got time to get one, and we might not even get that at the current rate. We shall try, though. We'll look for Sabi there. He's dropped the shoulder. Is that Nathan Ake? It is. It's Nathan Ake they brought on in place of Eric Bailly, but we're at the end of the game now. Oscar Hill cuts that out, and I'll still desperately try, but not succeed in getting an equaliser. It's a 2-1 defeat against Manchester United. We can still get the 5 wins that I was hoping for in the final 7 games of the season, but I will have to beat Tottenham on the final day to do that. 4 points with 3 games to go, probably more. Oh, I think Europe might be beyond us. Newcastle to play in the next game. We will go as far as that game against Newcastle just to see what the league table will look like when we get there. Still trying to get Cameron Lee up to 73 rated here, but if that game against Blackburn had been a victory, then I'd still have been happy. But I think that's it. 71 rated now for Elliot Bailey. That's good news. 63, 64, 66. Still absolutely dead physically though. Really need improvements there. And as we head towards the game against Newcastle, not all games have been played. We are 7 points behind Manchester United in 8th place again. Looking like we might well finish where we did last season. 9 points to play for, 7 points the gap to second. So there are a number of teams above us that we could catch, but it is a stretch to catch them. Tomorrow we have Newcastle, Cardiff and Tottenham Hotspur. I'm hopeful that we will finish higher than we did last season, but I'm really unsure that we'll get European football for next season now. We shall wait and see. But next year, regardless, it's going to be a massive summer transfer window for us. Frustrated. I'll see you tomorrow.